Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Killing Floor shooting in Killing Floor 2 versus Killing Floor 3. Now I wanted to talk about the shooting because shooting is the most important part of the game. Special props to this guy, Kurakama. Yeah, Kurakama, I hope I said that right. Give him a big old subscribe there, helping out those small content creators because they definitely deserve it. I mean, look at that, 56,000 views, and only 103 subs. That's just disappointing. Go out and subscribe to your small content creators. They're the ones putting in the actual work in getting this footage. If I had this footage for myself, I'll be honest, I completely would be doing it myself and showing it myself, but I can't because I missed out on the beta because I'm in college and life gets busy. But here's the thing. Let's go ahead and watch this video. We're going to be doing it with sound off, and I want to just show off. We're again looking at the animations, looking at the way the game feels. We could throw the sound on. Maybe I'll throw the sound on after, but for now, let's just keep it off because I just want to look at the gunplay itself. All right, so it's okay. We have some destruction. We lose some legs. You can see he got something as well for killing them, and you can see how easily he's able to slide away from a situation that's tough. So you never really get cornered in this game, which I think is a big problem. You really should be getting cornered if you're going to be using a shotgun as well. That's part of the risk you take in being the support class, is that you're risking yourself getting hit. And I like how it's called the pew pew shotgun. That is kind of funny, I'll admit. I don't know if you can rename stuff, but that's cool. Anyway, so we do see it is kind of one killing. It didn't quite one kill. There's a spread. If you look at go to one of my previous videos talking about the weapon variety itself. You'll see that there's a big spread on the shotguns, so they're not as good. So you really need to like aim down sight to be able to get the best spray on these things. But yeah, it's just the guns are less impactful, I find. You know, because again with that spray, you're not always getting the hits that you need. And then there's something that I noticed. This is so subtle, and I almost didn't notice it. But the character says there's a flesh pound coming. You know, maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't remember getting any warnings about a flesh pound coming. That takes all the suspense out of the game. What's going on? Why are we losing some of the mystery? Some of the like, oh, is there something bad coming? I mean, I want to be surprised by the flesh pound. I don't want my character to just tell me there's a flesh pound coming. That's lame. Now I can prepare for it and make sure to try and kill these guys quickly. That way we're fully reloaded before we have to like dump our whole mag into the flesh pound. That's so bad. Don't tell me there's a flesh pound en route. That's not cool. You know, and the gun animation, it's very fine, but it doesn't move much either. You notice that like the recoil is not that bad, which is normally okay, but it gives less oomph. And there was that flesh pound. Whereas look at how much kick this gun has. And the problem is there's no one-to-one comparison you can do because the games just have different weapons. But the gun's movement feels really good. And you see how like the zombies or the Zeds are relentlessly coming at you. It's intense, and you can see they're taking damage a lot more often because of that as well. And see, now they're cornered. They're trapped. They don't have a cool slide power to get away. They have to just stand their ground and kill whatever they can, doing the best that they can. And there's a lot more dynamic level design because you got stairs going up. Behind him, there's stairs going up. There's also a way to go lower into the basement. So there are escape routes. There's things he can do. This player's just choosing to go in and kill them all, of course. But you can see how aggressive they are. They're constantly attacking from all sides. You're very cornered. You know, your shots are going pretty much exactly where you want to. There's not a lot of worry about like the recoil. And they're pretty accurate. See how he's able to one tap him in the head there. It seems like it's harder to be accurate with the Killing Floor 3 guns. Now we'll listen to this with the sound now, so you guys can just hear kind of the fighting audio, and you can hear how bland this gun sounds. I heard the same sound effect. Do you guys hear it? I heard the same sound effect every single time they shot, which normally is fine, but it was such a flat like tuck tuck tuck, like a ticking sound. It didn't have like that. Like it didn't sound like a shotgun. I don't know what to say. It did not sound like a shotgun. Maybe I'm mishearing something, but it didn't feel right. Am I crazy? I don't know.
Just reloading.
The reload animation was fine. Um, in terms of the sound effects, it's just not very impactful. It just doesn't feel as good. Yeah, I mean, all overall, it's very tap 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 tap. Um, I don't know, and I don't know. It's giving me problems with the way that the gun shoots. Not that it's like bad. Like okay, like I know some of you might be sitting there thinking, oh, why are you saying it's bad? It looks fine. And yeah, it's acceptable, but it doesn't have that like that impact. You know what I mean?
Guys, expect a scrake real soon.
And they're calling out a Scrake and a Flesh Pound. That's perfect. I love it when games just telegraph to you what the enemy's doing when your character would have no idea at all. That's weird. Maybe there was a scream in the background that I didn't notice, but even if there is, that's something the player should determine on their own. That's not something your character should just tell you, right? That's a problem. See again how they stop moving when you get too close? What is going on with these animations? So part of the fun of the shotgun is that as they come at you, you're the specialist who handles them charging. But if they just stop charging you, it makes your weapon feel like worse. You know, because then you're kind of using your shotgun like it's a semi-automatic rifle. I think that might be one of the biggest problems is that this gun doesn't feel like a shotgun. Maybe that's why I'm having trouble accepting it. Because it feels like almost like an SMG that you're using on single shot, right? Oh my god, did you see that? There wasn't even a body left behind. Hold up. I didn't even see that. Let's do that playback speed again real slow. That's not good. We should have some gore left over. Okay, so he's charging. Watch the he disappeared. He disappeared into thin air. Now we you know, I just realized that means that the game probably can't process all the bodies. So if there's too much gore and blood on the ground, it's probably removing the bodies just because of that. That is so bad. I can't even like it's like they're not invited to play because they've already killed too many zombies. That's not good. Anyway, sorry. I had to catch that because that was hugely noticeable. Like once I saw it. Let's see how many others just disappear. Let's see how many others are disappearing. That's a bit better. That guy ended up on the ground. So maybe they don't all disappear, but clearly there's some issues where some of them are disappearing without body parts. And we do cut around. But let's hear the impact of this shotgun now. Let's really be honest and give a good listen to this. Admittedly, it's on Z time, so I'm going to forgive the weird sounds right now. But again, look how aggressive they are charging at the player. That's huge, right? Oh my god, did my camera get all blurry? The heck? Sorry if my camera got blurry for a moment. Anyway, let's move on. See how the voice lines in this game are very much so like, God, what is wrong with my... I'm sorry, my camera's just not focusing. That is fantastic. Okay, so notice how the Foster is saying things that are fun and talking about the shotgun. He's not talking about there being an enemy coming, right? There's no spoilers being given. You just play in the game, and you can hear like the thud of the shotgun. To me, that sounds like a shotgun. And you can hear the little clicks of inserting each individual shell. Admittedly, again, different shotguns. I know some shotguns are mag loading, so this is not a fair comparison. But you feel more intense as you're loading each shell. I don't know if Killing Floor 3, if any of the shotguns have single shell loading shotguns, but that's kind of part of the fun of a shotgun. And you'll see him take advantage of that too later. And again, the sounds will sound the same, so the shotgun always makes the same sound. God, stupid camera. Weird. Okay. Again, all the sounds feel much more visceral. Like there's a lot more going on. You feel that he's trapped in a corner or something, or you feel like there's just more impact, which is huge. That's really important.
Don't mind if I do.
Again, that relentlessness, that's huge. The way that the splattering is going on. You can feel it when the Zeds get hit. Like, the power of your shotgun is exemplified more to me, because you're seeing more of the bodies, and you're seeing them like aggressively fall backwards as well. Like, the impact of actually killing them, I think, is stronger here. We'll double check with Killing Floor 3, and I'm going to compare it, but about the impact of like the bodies as they fall. But I'm pretty sure that we're getting more out of killing for this one.
You know me now, don't.
See how far back that guy got flung? Well, let's just even look at that again. No.
Now, don't.
It's so subtle. We're gonna have to. I'll slow down. Or maybe I can pause it. Look at how far backward he gets flung. That's a good point right there. You just feel like your shotguns have more impact. That's why it feels better, because you're doing more. And see how he instantly loaded a shotgun shell and killed him? He was like mid-reload. Being able to have a shotgun that can do that feature is important. Again, maybe I didn't get to see it yet because, again, I didn't play the beta. But if everything's mag-loaded shotguns, you're not going to get that opportunity you get with the shotgun where you have the variety of getting the load a single shell and fire to make that little space for yourself, because movement was a lot more restricted, so it's easier to get cornered. All this stuff plays in together. It all ties together. There's no I'm not reviewing the gun shooting in isolation. I'm talking there's layers upon layers of gameplay things that happen because of this. And you can hear the crunch sound too. You don't really hear the crunch sound as much, I noticed. Let's get to this section. Let's listen for the crunch. Don't worry about the shotgun sounds. The crunch is harder to hear because it's less impactful. Versus when you kill in Killing Floor 2, the crunch sound is much more noticeable.
You know me now.
I hope you guys can hear it. If you can't hear it, I apologize if it didn't make sense, but it feels more crunchy, right? And again, look at what happens when you're killing these guys. Besides the guy who just explodes, they fly backwards, but it doesn't feel as dramatic because they just slump to the ground. So your shotgun is feeling less impactful because of how easily the bodies just slide across the ground. I don't know if that's more realistic or not, but I feel like if you're telling me this is in the future, weapon technology usually gets better, so I would think he'd be flung further than if he was being shot by a regular shotgun. Maybe that's a me thing, but that's why this gun's also feeling less powerful, because they're just flying across the ground. They're not really getting flung far away or something because of the impact, right, of the shell, which sucks.
You know me now, don't.
And you see how you get these moments where you're just surrounded on all sides. That really doesn't happen. And admittedly, this guy's running in such a way that he's getting himself surrounded, but I mean, the way that they come at you doesn't. If you even go back a bit, it doesn't feel very surrounded. You don't feel as concerned, because I know in the background, oh, I can always slide away. Come on. You can even see the way that the player's moving. Let's see that again. He's able to dodge out of the way so easily. You don't really get any stress. Look at his health. He's barely taking damage. Whereas here, by the end of our play, I mean, he had to heal, of course, to stay safe. But he's taking damage. You really feel like you're being attacked and you're surrounded and you're defending yourself against zombies. Here, you're just jumping and dodging. And I feel like you get away so easily.
Guys, expect a scrape real soon.
Yeah, look how fast you're moving. These guys can't catch you, and they made them kind of slow. You need to be able to get caught. There needs to be danger. See how he keeps getting attacked?
You know me now, don't.
Doesn't this just feel to you guys like there's more pressure? This guy's down to 40 health already. He could die. And you'll see, even as more stuff happens, he keeps getting attacked. We're down to 30. Blame skill if you want to, but you don't see it get this intense when you watch gameplay of Killing Floor 3. You don't see anyone get to this point in their health.
What's up, everyone?
Oh, sorry. Don't know what that is. YouTube recommending stuff. But anyway, we'll call it there, because I screwed up and accidentally hit the back button. Hooray. Um, Here's my point. The point is that I am really concerned about the fact that we're going to have less impactful gameplay. The fact that there's a whole lot of um, like guns that feel very similar. The fact that the movement system allows you to just kind of get away from stuff kind of too easily, and overall, we're I don't know. Like I'm not feeling the power of a shotgun as a shotgun player. It's just really concerning. I feel like there's a lot that could be done, and I feel like we're just not getting it, which is a shame. Because I feel like there could have been a lot more that got done, and the fact that the guy can slide away from the flesh pound to get away, that's a big problem. You really shouldn't be doing that. You should be having to fight that guy. There's no like instant escape button, right, in Killing Floor 2, where you can just slide away. You can do bunny hops, I guess. I mean, if you want to call that an escape tactic, but you really kind of got to face things head on. And Killing Floor 2, as you can see, clearly forces you to make those tough choices that make it hard to handle. So it's definitely a bit of a shame that we're kind of being a bit more regressive with our movement system and how that affects our gunplay and the way our guns feel. It's very disappointing because they've made guns lighter, essentially. They're not as heavy. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching, guys. As always, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely see you guys next time. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.